What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is having a great day. Today I have another install video for you on the next modification for my 2024 Mustang GT. Today we're actually going to be installing the RGB rear reflectors from Striker Lights. These look pretty cool and I'm excited to see what they look like on the car. But before I get into all that, you guys might have noticed a little something here. Check out the new backdrop for daily driven videos here, guys. And check out this new sign here. I actually got this little sign from my sister as a Christmas present. Check this thing out. We got daily driven now, illuminated in the garage. We did spend some time organizing the garage up a bit, moving some stuff around, and I think it's gonna make for a nice little corner for all the videos going forward. So let me know what you guys think. This is just a little backdrop. Got to put some more signage up and things like that, but I think it looks pretty cool. That aside, let's get into the actual product here. I'm going to show you what it looks like on the bench, what you get in the kit. We'll go install it. I'll give you some tips and tricks of what I run into, and then we'll go through some of the modes, see what it looks like at night, and see if you guys want to add it to your S650 at home. So let's go to the bench and check it out. All right, guys, on the bench you can see this entire kit comes in this small box here, so it's nothing too crazy. I got it kind of laid out here for us to review. What you're gonna get here is the two rear reflectors. These are RGB, by the way, if I didn't mention that already, which is pretty cool. So they will need power, and I'll explain that a little bit more in just a few minutes. You're also gonna get the controller here. These are the two cables here, positive and negative, that we're gonna have to tap into power to run these. And then they give you some extra wiring. This wiring here is actually just to connect the two lights together, so you only need to tap into one power source for this and not obviously both. You get some zip ties and some heat shrink, which we'll definitely need. But a couple other things that we're gonna need here is gonna be something to strip the wires back. So I got this little guy here. I'm gonna opt to solder the wires in. You can see my soldering iron tip has seen better days, so we will see if we can get one more job out of this guy. We obviously got some solder. I got the drill out and some electrical tape because I wanna make sure, one, the electrical tape, we don't get any excess water into these. Even though we're using heat shrink, I might put a little bit of electrical tape around the connections. We'll see. As for the drill, we will need to drill into the valance behind the reflector for this little wire here to go through. And I'll show you guys more on that in just a minute, but let me show you on the car what we're all doing here, and then we'll start the install process. All right, so I got the car jacked up in the air already. We're gonna go underneath real quick. I'll show you how to unbolt these and then where we're gonna splice in. And then it's time to start installing this. I'm super excited, guys. These should be pretty cool. Oh, real quick. Striker does offer these in two different versions. They offer this in a completely clear version, and they offer it in a smoked version as well. This is the smoked version. I opted to go this route because I think it's gonna just tie in a little better with some of the other accents and things. I almost tripped over that. Some of the other accents and things that I wanna do to the car, I might do black badges. We might add some other black accents. So I think the smoked version will look the best. All right, guys, I'm not sure if you can even see it, but see that gray part there? That is a little clip that you just squeeze those two tabs together and it pops out. And then over on the right side, there's just a little tiny bolt there, and that's that 10 mil that I just got out here. So if we're lucky here, I don't think there's anything else holding this in. Let's see. Nope. Check it out. That's all it is. So it's the little gray clip here, and you got one little 10 millimeter bolt holding it in. So pretty easy. Let me show you where we're gonna tap in for power and how to get that little harness disconnected, and then we'll start soldering here. But underneath the car, you can see I already got it pulled down here, but the power connector goes up this way. That's this guy here. And it loops underneath here and through here and up to there. And you just have these little push connections here that you got to pull out. These do technically break when you pull these out, but they're usually okay for a couple times, you know, going in and out. And I'm only planning to do this once, so it should be just fine. Once you get that released, there's, you know, two of these little clips here, 1, 2, that you got to pull out. And then this like hangs down. So this will give me a little bit more room than trying to solder in all the way up here. We are gonna go in right over here. At this point, all you'll have to do is strip back the installation tape and plastic sheathing surrounding the wires. The blue wire is positive and the black wire is negative. Next, I stripped back a small section of the positive and negative wire installation so we could solder in the power leads. With the wire exposed, I soldered in the positive and negative wires from our control box and wrapped everything back up. All right guys, we got both of them soldered in here with the electrical tape. It's a little fatter, can't quite get it back into the harness as well here, or this little plastic sheathing. That's not a big deal. We're gonna go around this thing with some electrical tape to seal her up, and then we'll get back into the car here and keep it going. After routing the connector and reconnecting it to the side marker, it was time to grab the drill for the next step. You do have to drill a hole for the wire to go through, which is gonna be right here. You can see how kind of crappy mine looks, but you can take more time on this if you want. You're gonna actually have to kind of wallow that out a little bit to fit the actual connector through there. So it's gonna be a little bit bigger than 3/8, but if you just kind of, wobble that drill bit a little bit, you can make it a little bit oval there and just enough to fit this through. Then you can slide the connector through like that and everything starts to come together. So I think that's gonna look pretty cool, guys. Let me see, I'll clean this up here real quick and then we should be able to pop this in, mount up the little box down here, run the cable over to the other side and do the exact same thing over there, and we'll see what these things look like. When mounting the controller, I tried to mount it as high as I could to keep it from seeing too much water. After that, I ran the extension to the driver's side, making sure to use heat shrink and electrical tape on each of the connection points. Then it was just a matter of zip tying the wires and the install was done. Well guys, and just like that, we got those rear RGB reflectors installed. They look super good. Look at this, guys. I really do like the smoked variant that they have here. I think this is gonna complement some of the other accents around the car as we get to doing that part as well, maybe black badges, things like that. But check this out, man. The smoked looks really good. I think that is worth it alone, honestly. If you just get smoked rear reflectors, I think it's gonna look sick. So from a distance, they look great. Up close, they look great. I have no complaints. I think we gotta power the car on and we're gonna see what the app looks like. All right, so here's the app right here. Let's turn up the brightness and look at, I got them set to blue right away here, guys, to kind of match the grabber blue color. But wait, that's not all. You can actually change these to different patterns and things. You can see you can do the red, green, blue, do everything. Or, there we go. So the red lights here, you can actually speed up the sequence by adjusting the second dial. That's pretty cool. You want it to go super fast, you can do it like that. You can see how it increases the speed, or we can slow it way down. We got the blue, which I think looks pretty cool. I mean, there's endless options here, guys. Or if you just want them to be completely solid, you can choose different color choices here down at the, the color wheel. So pretty sweet. Let me get it to red, and there you go. So even if I just wanted to rock these things red and keep kind of a more factory look here, I could do that. Those look pretty sick right there. I think I'll probably keep them as red for the most part, but you're at a car show or something like that and you want to go run something kind of cool, we can do something like that, and I think that would be just kind of neat. I really like this one. So that's going to wrap up the actual install portion of it. I think it's fairly easy. I mean, I chose to solder the wires together. You can choose to maybe clamp them in with those little connectors if you want, but I don't know. I think soldering was the better way to go there. Just make sure all your connections are as watertight as possible. You don't want to mess with that with something like this. But yeah, let's go get the car onto a road in a little nicer day here. It's really rainy out. I really want to get you guys a good view of what these look like on the car. And let's just roll into it, man. Let's show you what these look like. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys want to purchase these, I'll put a link to Stryker's website in the video description, so you guys can head over there, check out all the products they have to offer. I think they have a couple different versions of this one, the clear and the smoked version, the one that I went with, but they have a ton of other products for other videos, a lot for the S550 and more to come for the S650. So if you guys like this video, hit the like button for me. It lets me know you like it. And I'd love to have you on board as a Daily Driven member here. So hit that little subscribe button and we'll catch you in the next video. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.